You know how they say that you never want to arrive at a party on time, you always want to be fashionably late? Yeah, well, this guy is fashionably late in getting his garden started. I'm going to give you a quick tour today, show you what we've accomplished, and tell you what you can expect from us this year. All right, let's get right into it. There's not a lot to see in here yet. I've got beets that I'm starting as seeds in the back of the greenhouse. They're going to go in this first section of grow box 1 here. You can see the sand where I've already this morning started the carrot seeds. This is really easy to do with a small container in sand, by the way. I've got another video to that. I will link it here in an iCard as well as in the description for you. The remainder of this grow box is all onions. They're started, half of it about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago probably, and the other half within the last week. These bulbs are just starting to come up, and this half I started all from seeds. That's row number 1. Row number 2, our tried and true staple of kale. We go through a lot of kale. I've got kale, broccoli and cauliflower, and then we go to our cabbage up here. Just beyond the cabbage, you can barely see little bits of green coming up. That is celery. And beyond the celery, and that little dividing board there, is going to be our first ever batch of parsnip. I've not grown it before, I don't know what to expect, but we're going to give it a try. All right, over here to bed 3. Bed 3 is not complete yet. I have pole beans, cucumbers, and Malabar spinach that's starting behind me from seed. That should be all in within the next week. But I have 2 of about 5 varieties of tomatoes that we're going to grow this year started here. These are Big Beef and Sweet 100s. The rest of the tomatoes will go outdoors into our soil beds after the average last day of frost, which is about 2 weeks away. I have a random volunteer sunflower that's going outside. This portion of the bed is going to be the beans and cucumber and Malabar and snow peas. Forgot to mention those. And up here we have peppers and Brussels sprouts. We have yellow banana pepper, a bell pepper, and my jalapenos all started and growing there. And over to bed 4. The 4th bed is entirely potatoes. They're starting to come in, some more than others. We use a lot of potatoes and a lot of onions. There's going to be a lot of onions that we'll be growing in our garden this year. We are growing 4 beds in the greenhouse and 4 soil beds out in the soil. Nothing to show out there yet, but once that's up and started, we'll include it in our every 2 to 3 week garden tours. Let's see the seedlings. All of our seedlings for our soil beds are started here in the greenhouse. We have 2 weeks until our average last day of frost. None of this is going to be going outside until then. I do have the beets. I have 3 different variety of beets here. Part of those are going to go here in the greenhouse, and the other portion is going to go out in the soil. My sweet potatoes are started here. Okay, over here I've got beans, peas, cucumbers, and a pretty good mess of onions back here. And all these onions are going to go out into a soil bed. I'm going to try to grow all of the onions that we eat. I'm going to try to grow this year. Our greenhouse is a mess. It is still not set up completely for growing this year. Still got a lot of extra stuff in here. Over the next few weeks, this greenhouse, everything in it should really jump up in how much it's growing. I bet it's pushing 90 degrees in here right now. We'll do a tour every 2 to 3 weeks based upon how much growth we have to show you. Not a lot going on now. We do have a couple of gardens that we're going to be working in a nearby town, folks that are kind of just getting started with a Mittleider method. Both of those gardens will be in soil. I'll be showing those to you every so often, as well as new content for different aspects of the Mittleider garden. The week starting April 12th, I believe, of 2021, there's going to be another Mittleider gardening boot camp class put on by the Food for Everyone Foundation. I'll be over there during the course of the week to help out. If you're going to that boot camp class, I will see you there. If you're interested in going or learning more about the boot camp class, I will put a link in the description for you. All right, thanks for watching. Happy gardening.